Lesson 63. Cause, Reason, Purpose, and Result. Hello, and welcome to this lesson. Today, we are going to talk about cause, reason, purpose, and result, the words and expressions we use to explain why things happen, what they aim to achieve, and what the outcomes are. This is very useful for discussing events, arguments, and processes clearly. So, let us get started. Cause and reason. First, let us look at some ways to express cause and reason beyond the basic words like because, since, and as. The collision was due to the icy conditions. This means the icy conditions caused it. The collision was caused by ice on the road. This is a direct causal relationship. The cause of the collision was ice on the road. This is the noun form. The heavy rain caused the river to flood. The rain made the river flood. Owing to the icy conditions, the two cars collided. This means because of. Here is a language tip. If you use owing to with a clause, you must follow it with the fact that. For example, owing to the fact that the conditions were icy, the two cars collided. You cannot say, owing to the conditions were icy. Now, let us look at some other cause words and their typical contexts. They're all rather formal and more suitable for written use. The rise in prices sparked off a lot of political protest. This is often used for very strong, perhaps violent, reactions to events. The president's statement gave rise to, provoked, or generated a lot of criticism. These are slightly less strong than spark off. The new law has brought about or led to great changes in education. These are often used for political or social change. This problem stems from the inflation of recent years. This explains the direct origins of events and states. The court case arose from or out of allegations made in a newspaper. This means the allegations started the process that led to the court case. Reasons for and purposes of doing things. Now, let us look at expressions for reasons and purposes. Her reason for not going with us was that she had no money. This is a formal way of saying the reason. Or, more informally, the reason she did not go with us was that. The following sentences are all fairly formal and more frequent in written English. I wonder what his motives were in sending that email. This refers to his purpose. I wonder what prompted her to send that message. This refers to the reason or cause. She wrote to the press with the aim of exposing the scandal. This states the purpose. I have invited you here with a view to resolving our differences. This sounds a bit more indirect than with the aim of. He refused to answer on the grounds that his lawyer was not there. This gives the reason. The purpose of her visit was to inspect the equipment. This is a direct statement of purpose. Results. Finally, let us look at expressions for results. Most of these are fairly formal and more frequent in written English. He did no work. As a result, as a consequence, or consequently, he failed his exams. These all express the outcome. The result or consequence of all these changes is that no one is happy anymore. Both are used, but consequence sounds more formal than result. His remarks resulted in everyone getting angry. This is the verb form, followed by in. The events had an outcome that no one could have predicted. Outcome is the result of a process, events, or meetings. The upshot of all these problems was that we had to start again. This is less formal than outcome. When the election results were announced, chaos ensued. This is very formal and means it followed as a consequence. So, that is our lesson on cause, reason, purpose, and result. These words and expressions will help you explain why things happen, what people aim to achieve, and what the outcomes are, with greater precision and clarity.